Good afternoon from Bali, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Boy, it's been a long time since I've made a video, it seems, and I'm so happy to be able to make one from this location today. I wanted to talk today about the divine feminine and divine masculine, which are on my mind and in my soul's journey, and I believe in all of our journeys. And today I named this video "The Divine Feminine Activates the Divine Masculine," and vice versa. And so I thought I'd start with this quotation here. It says, "The divine feminine is not a sweet, soft, accommodating woman. She's mystical, she's powerful, she's alchemy." And you know, there's so many times that I have felt this mind has been mystical, and I have come through this form of Hanifa in this life because there is a lot of power to mysticism. Now, mysticism cannot be explained or expressed. It does require an experience. But I will say that this Hanifa has actually experienced a mystical experience of even this calling to Indonesia. And it's only when we have enough quietness, enough space to actually reflect and contemplate on our experiences that we can actually connect with that mystical dimension. She's alchemy, and some of you who have been following this channel for a little while will know that I talk about alchemy, and I do believe that we all have this inherent power within us, yet it still requires that silent space. It also requires intention, benefits. I will not, there's no shoulds or shouldn't. I will try to avoid using either shoulds or shouldn'ts, have to or do not have to, can or can't, but I will say try. So try to see if we can get into this space, because the divine feminine and divine masculine energies really do work together to alchemize each other. Now, what's interesting in this experience is that each person has divine feminine and divine masculine. And some of you know that I used to teach and practice Chinese medicine. In Chinese medicine, we might look at yin and yang energies, which also reflect this feminine and masculine. And I believe that over time, much of the feminine qualities and energies and power has been limited by, let's say, male-dominated energies. Yet, if we look at the true nurturing experience, which is very powerful for the earth, for animals, for humans, for plants, for nature, for life, it's always there. There's always that interplay between feminine and masculine. Yet, a lot of times, this masculine energy will overshadow the feminine energy. Yet it's the feminine energy that does so much of the nurturing, that creates an expression of something. And I'm aware that women have certainly not been acknowledged, I'm going to say, in so many realms. So I know that I came from a realm of healthcare, and in that space, definitely there's much more, I felt, this mind felt, I'll say, that there was much more attention given to male speakers, male teachers, male practitioners than to female. Now, sometimes both men and women actually prefer a female practitioner. Often it's to have more of that nurturing energy. Not every female is that nurturing though, and some people discover that. So some women discover that if they're getting a pelvic exam and they think, I'll go to a female practitioner, they'll be gentle because they know how all this feels. And many females may not be gentle. And sometimes it's males that are more gentle in their process, in their mannerism, in their interaction. But there is an alchemy that does happen between these two energies, and within ourselves too. Within ourselves, I would like that we all discover how is it functioning within ourselves, these masculine and feminine energies. And as I reflect and contemplate more and more out of a joy of learning more about myself, which allows myself to help the world through divine energy flowing through me, I am drawn to what we are collectively moving into is recognizing the power of the divine feminine. So I came across this, which I thought I'd read to you too. It says the divine feminine inspires the masculine to move mountains. She is the representation of his highest potential. She is the flame that ignites his passion. She is the mirror image of his authentic self. She is the oracle who holds him accountable. She is the lover who soothes his soul. She holds the codes for his abundance in the new earth. She is his portal to heaven. And it's so interesting. I definitely feel through this mind. I have such a reverence for the words that have been written here, and the reverence for both masculine energies and feminine energies, either working within one single person, which they always are, or from the collective joining of forces. And in our world today, we are looking much more at how to collaborate with one another, and only the individual will know from thought, word, and action, are we truly respecting and collaborating from a space of respect and reverence for another that is different than from ourselves. From what I have seen, because there's a larger population of females today in many places, there's almost, we need more help, and if women are willing to do the work, we might as well hire more women. And it also looks good on paper because we are welcoming to both sides, or this one's able to do this and this, so we just start piling more onto oftentimes females. So what was happening in terms of a domestic life, they're able to take care of one child, so let's have 5. 2, they can take care of the children and cook and clean and also keep in touch with friends and family. So that was the expectation of the female, sometimes, many times, in the domestic role. And the male is going to go out and be the hunter-bearer, the person who gets an income, who does the work, who's physically out doing manual work perhaps, and coming back. Now that really separated the two, and each one developed its own ego, and neither perspective was truly honoring that there is male and female energy in both, and the actual not easy space to carry all of one energy in everything that we do. In any case, we went from that domestic space into our workspace, where a man's going to do, okay, here's the work and he'll do it. Sometimes men will do more when they're trying to prove themselves. I see that here in the hospitality industry, where a man might be very, very kind, very gentle, very also action oriented. Oh, you want this? I'll get that from you, and I'll get this, and I'll get this, and then they take on more than they can really handle, and that's from that action orientation. Then there's those that are very nurturing, and it's like, oh, is everything okay for you? And oftentimes that very nurturing is from a female, yet there are some men who have also learned that energy is within them and also provide that. And so there are some women who are, I'll do that for you. Now again, many times when businesses are slowing down or don't have the budgeting or finances, or here I see, slow season, in those times, any one person, male or female, is often given much more than they can handle, whether it's masculine or feminine energy work that they are demanding. It's usually task-oriented, but this also reflects what happens in schools too. And where do we give more respect? The person who does more. A person who does more what? A person who does more running around? The person who does more caring? And this is something we need to reflect on for ourselves, our families, our home life, our personal life, our professional lives, our educational lives, because when we look at the biases that our minds have been conditioned in, we do not give the same amount of respect oftentimes to the feminine energy, which is nurturing and caring. And when that nurturing and caring is coming from whether a male, physically male, genetically male, or female energy, we lose the holding capacity of what truly creates magic, the alchemy of creation of new or newly empowered or uniquely creative or lovingly inspired energies that then go out into the world, and we do it from ourselves. Am I creating this? Am I a representative of this energy that I'm carrying, so that whoever is in my presence gets the best of that combination of the masculine and the feminine? If you're working with men and women, or if in your home you've got men and women, do you give as much respect to the man as the woman, or vice versa? And then does each one try to be just a little bit better today than yesterday? Or does everyone get stuck in, this is what I do and that's how I do it, which then builds ego? This mind has seen that much more ego gets built regularly, and then we forget the beautiful balance of these masculine and feminine energies, and the fact that we have the opportunity in every moment to be the best of those. And it doesn't mean I'm constantly juggling masculine, feminine. Some energy is needed in a particular situation, another energy is needed in another situation. No matter what, energy is always emanating from us. I thought that it was a wonderful quotation that I found by Tina Turner to end this video too, because the next video will talk a little bit more about this personal journey that has helped me through to this point in Indonesia, from starting in Canada and really developing a foundation and a base for who I am. Yet it's my later time in Canada and certainly my time in Indonesia that has strengthened that base and that foundation. It's also tested it a lot, and this testing opportunities that have come along have allowed me to go within and really understand the best qualities of me and what I am able, willing, and happily sharing with the world today. This quotation says, "For me, the goddess is the female of God. She is powerful, if different." She is powerful, if different. Now, many people can read this quotation in different ways. She is powerful, if different. If I can minimize that, I can say that she's powerful, if different. And I really think of power, I think about it with masculine energy. So when I'm making this quotation, I can think that, oh, gods are more powerful. A goddess is also powerful. She's a god too. I'll call her goddess if I want. And we do this, or I will say the world does this, but certainly Bali does this. So Bali understands female goddesses. And that's why I'm ending on this quotation, because one of the visions that has led me here originally is a vision of the goddess Lakshmi. In the next video I will talk about that, but for now I want you to read and understand this quotation differently than what the instinctive, perhaps biased perspective might read it as I just mentioned. A goddess is powerful, if different. She's different. So I'm going to say it this way. For me, the goddess is the female of God, is the female of God. She is powerful, if different. If different. She has to be different for her power. And this is something to recognize, that we have this God and goddess energy within all of us. And what's so wonderful today is that for whatever reason, this reflection, contemplation time for Hanifa has led me into a lot of Christian teachings. And you know that I had started with some Hindu teachings. I have lots of awareness of various religions already. And then I learned a lot of Vedic knowledge. And now today I'm drawn into Christianity, which again in Canada is the religion that surrounds me most. Yet it's all the same, it's all the same, it's all the same. And in each tradition, I see that women or feminine energy has been minimized. So in Canada, Native Indian and Native Indian culture talked a lot about nurturing the earth and the sky and the elements. And in Canada, that was given minimum attention. As soon as land was taken over, there was less respect for it, because now someone else owns it, so we won't send it as much respect or reverence, because we're not even in control. Yet your energy here, wherever you are today, I'm in Indonesia, you're wherever you are watching from, recognize the energies of love and compassion are within each of us. Let's send those energies out, because those energies, which again can come from a masculine energy or feminine, the feminine is the nurturing that we haven't spent as much time nurturing. today, I hope that you will nurture both aspects within yourself. You will know which one that you're not nurturing enough. To me, as a collective, we have not nurtured the feminine energy enough. And today, I hope that this video nurtures you, and remember your divine quality as carrying feminine energy, the divinity of femininity, which is within each of us. Have a beautiful day or night ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day or night, everyone.